Disgaea 5 Alliance of Vengeance is the latest entry of Nippon Ichi Software's Tactics jRPG franchise that is sure to have gamers of all stripes hooked. I had several days with my review copy to grind my way to post-game and deliver this review to you. Being an old school gamer who loved the SRPG TRPG genre, such as the classics Shining Force, Vandal Hearts and Final Fantasy Tactics series, the Disgaea series has had me playing since the beginning almost 12 years ago. Although the gameplay formula I loved was tried and true, I somewhat had doubts that Disgaea 5 would be able to push the game into a new generation. I was wrong, however, as Disgaea 5 improves on almost every aspect of its predecessors, from the gameplay mechanics to its user interfaces and everything in between. Alliance of Vengeance is a tale of revenge. It is the game's theme as its cast join together against Void Dark, who's wiping out various netherworlds. The characters are typical anime tropes, but in a sense this is what Disgaea is all about, even referencing itself with one of the characters admitting that saying Plip for no particular reason is because it's cute as a mascot character. The dub voice acting is what you might expect, although I found the cast easier to listen to than some Disgaea characters. The option to change the voice to Japanese is present for those who prefer it. You will often find side story skits in between levels, much like those found in the Tell series. Killia is the game's moody, disinterested main protagonist who swears vengeance against Void Dark, the game's antagonist, responsible for Killia's haunted past and thirst for revenge. Seraphina, the Overlord Princess of Gorgeous, who has run away from her arranged marriage, claims to be able to control all men through her Baylor gaze. Red Magnus slept through the destruction of his netherworld and seeks revenge against the Lost. You also have Christo, Ursula and Zerokin joining the rebellion against the Lost. With each of the main characters overlords and the entire netherworld at stake, this sets the stage for the largest scale game in the series. The Lost and main antagonists of the game and their motivations feel a lot more memorable than Disgaea 4's Nemo. Expect the main story to last you around 30 hours, there's 15 episodes in all, and it feels like a pretty substantial size for a Disgaea game. And as many of you know, post-game is where Disgaea begins. The Disgaea series is known for its giant combos, insane damage, 9999 level cap, finding loot, upgrading gear and near endless gaming, held together by its perfection of the isometric TRPG gameplay. The combat system's new mechanics such as the combo special skills, mixing two characters to perform a move, and revenge system which activates constant criticals at 0 MP cost, and special overload abilities really helps to refresh the system and often turns the tides in battle. New hardware allows the series not only to have better animations, 1080p resolution, 60 frames per second, fluid gameplay and near zero loading times, but also allows for massive scale battles with maps and large numbers of enemies. Recruiting and building your army is essential in any Disgaea game and now relies on Hell, the game's currency instead of mana, which you will then be able to set your stats, voice and now colour scheme and level at a price. There are plenty of character classes with most of the series classics and many new faces as well. The level of customization with subclasses and reincarnation and more is pretty much unprecedented. As in past titles, monster units can use Magichange to turn into temporary special weapons for humanoid units. Also, you can use Montos, which allows the monsters to kinda throw. Squads allow you to categorize your characters into various teams, which allow bonus such as gaining XP for the leader, or roles such as healing at the base or making curry. Having more members also allows you to perform a squad attack on the field. This works much like the classes in Disgaea 3 or the temples in Disgaea 4. Items and shops have had an overhaul, as your inventory is no longer spread apart in your warehouse but rather a single large categorized inventory, which is a welcome change. Shopping and browsing the items, you are now shown the items graphics on screen, and no longer do you need to enter or exit shops for loot, as all items remain in the shop's inventory once unlocked. Characters can also now hold 2 weapons. This is extremely useful for classes such as the Magic Knight, and well, it's just handy to be able to carry 2. Quests are new to the series in that you can accept miscellaneous tasks for rewards, often for new recruitable characters, overload bosses and rare items, often providing an incentive to revisit old maps for new challenges. The item world, a place where you can level up your equipment, is better than ever with improved procedural generated maps, more random events, mystery rooms, level orbs, lift fish, bonus eggs, innocence and all the grinding goodness Disgaea fans love. This iteration is the most varied and interesting yet. Always remember to save before venturing. Character World, however, is now an entirely new mode based on a board game in which you essentially roll a 1 to 6 and you need to get to the goal within a set amount of turns. Various panels will both reward and punish you. Defeating enemies and landing on skill panels will help you improve your stats and aptitudes. Upon reaching the goal, you can choose to improve certain aspects of your chosen character such as counterattack, movement, jumping height and more. Overall, this character world is a vast improvement, giving Disgaea some needed variation. Netherworld's research will allow you to send members of your party out to explore new worlds, and once they report in on their adventures you will fetch bountiful items and prisoners. Interrogating such prisoners allows you to potentially recruit them to your team or extract them into stat boosting items. You can also use prisoners to level up your squads. The curry shop will allow you to gain temporary effects for a duration, such as increasing your critical hits, or you can get creative making your own recipes for success. The cheat shop unlocks after chapter 4, allowing you to modify the game's percentage of EXP, mana, skill, health and difficulty of enemies and more. This allows those who need to level up an easier time grinding and ensures that the game never comes to an abrupt stop due to difficulty and keeps the game flowing. This is well handled, however, as you need to progress to unlock cheat points, and grinding spots are well designed enough to stop you immediately getting to the thousands. Alchemy will allow you to concoct super powered items over time. Map Edit allows you to create your own or play other people's challenge story maps, although you'll need to buy map components with in-game hell. You can even customise your base, the Pocket Netherworld, in a layout or style you see fit. PS Vita fans should note that the game is flawless in remote play, and the clear fonts and lush UI is easy and clear, and it feels just like having the game on the device natively. Fans of Disgaea 4 and Disgaea 3 on the PlayStation Vita may need to get used to some adjustments in the control scheme. I also recommend turning off the rear touch buttons, moving them to the touchscreen via the Vita settings, and you can now boost the remote play quality via the PS4 settings, although removing the ability to record. This game is essentially endless. It's about a journey, not a destination. But that's what makes the series so special. It's a perfect desert island game. Disgaea 5 Alliance of Vengeance isn't just the best entry yet in the series, it's possibly the best jRPG currently available on the PS4 at time of this review. Thank you for watching, leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe and check out my channel for more Disgaea 5.